Got about 2.5 hours to recover something. Something interesting, doesn't matter what it is. Could this be one of the things I'm trying to collect? Please don't have a rusted bottom. Old school for real. I mean, if I collected the ones that I came across deep out in the forest, old home sites, whatever, deep out in the woods, I would have 3 of them. Oh, look at all that goodness. It's almost like cleaning the gutters. You know what I mean? It's like that idea of mine when it comes to compost. You run a business where you clean gutters, but you collect all this stuff and turn it into potting soil. That's like the best potting soil you could ever imagine. This kind of stuff that accumulates over time. Does it have another handle on it? Yes, it does. Look at that thing. I mean, what would I even do with it? I mean, I don't have a place big enough, but we got to recover old home site stuff anyway before they start developing the landscape. Before the construction engineers and the people come out here to assess the landscape, and Brian, who has a top end, what is that thing? Oh, Brian, who probably has some high-end construction job, surveying the land and whatever, comes out and collects that for his 4th house, and it happens to be on a farm because his wife wanted that. Old school for real, man. Add it to the stash. Let me go walk around a little bit. You're gonna say, you're that guy. No, I'm not that guy. Not even close. I'm just using examples. They gotta have some kind of old school stuff out here for real. And I'm not talking about from the 1970s. They gotta have some stuff out here from like the 1920s. You always gotta check the sides of the hill. Oh, there's a squirrel's house. I didn't know that little guy. You don't have to be afraid of me. I caught him in the act. He was climbing out this hole right here. That void where a branch used to be. I guess that's where he's living. She's living. They got the family. All right. There's a little bit of stuff scattered out here. Got to look around. You always got to check the edges of the hills, because a long time ago they would have dumped stuff on the edges, the sides of the hill. Let me take a look around. Get the heck out of here. There's bears out here, man. Uh-oh. They attack. Gotta keep a lookout. What do I get myself into? I'm exploring. I'm back at one of these old trash dumps that I came across. People used to dump back in like the 70s and 80s. Looking for some things. Last time I was out here, I only had like an hour during a rainy evening when I stumbled across this place. And I got 2.5 hours to look around. I'm digging through it. I don't normally dig through stuff like this because of the danger of it. But I got the grabbers on me. I'm just moving things around to see if I can find some cool things. When you start finding stuff like this, you know they could have trashed other things that are a little bit more interesting. I think I got something. See, stuff like this. Toys from like the late 70s, early to mid 80s. Another great recovery. What kind of hobby is this? What am I going to do with it? Clean them up with a toothbrush and it just goes on where? In a box? Vintage. That's what I'm after. I kind of figured there had to be something in here because I collected a toy last time I was out here in the rain. The weird thing is that these toys, I mean, I had that same car as a child. The same toy. So I knew this stuff dated from like the very early 80s, kinda. Man, it's gonna take forever to dig up in this thing. You're gonna say, look out for the snake. Yeah, but it had the same exact toy right here, man. Never forget the wheels. Never forget that way you had to open it up to put the batteries in. I want to see if there's going to be that one thing that they forgot. They just got rid of it, and it happened to have some coins in it or something. We're not going to come across that, though. I know that for a fact. I'm just looking for that one piece of depression glass that's fully intact, worth $39. But it's not about the money. It's just collecting cool things. Yeah, it's from the early to mid 80s. Found this Doritos bag right here. I was looking for an expiration date on it. And instead, it's got a copyright date on it, 1984. 84, 94, 04, 14, 20. This stuff is 40 years old, man. That's a 40-year-old Dorito bag. You're saying collect the Dorito bag, man. It's vintage. People don't collect vintage packaging like that. That might still be intact. Look, I got a... That's cool. Look, there's a toy. I've had the same truck, too. See, that's why I came back to dig today. Didn't have time last time. Look at that, man. It's just a hobby, guys. That's it. I like looking for stuff. I'm a single guy. Nothing better to do. You're going to say you need to go to church. It's Sunday, right? Spend your time in church, man. Spend the entire day in church. I know, wouldn't that be a blessing? Instead, I'm always out looking for treasure. But the treasure's in the church, too. Can't forget about that. Treasures in mosque. Any place of worship, you got the treasure. Got a nail. Dangerous, man. Half the stuff is busted. Look, there's a 6. Is that the same deck of cards? You're gonna say you're gonna say find the entire stash? You guys crazy. Yeah, it's probably gonna take me the entire 2.5 hours just to look through this right here, man. I'm gonna have to come back in increments to hit the other side. By that time, it's gonna be like 31 degrees out here. That's cool though. I mean, I can't stand it when they do things like this. It's almost like it was a dump truck that did this thing back in like the mid 80s. Had to be a dump truck to just come out here and dump it. Some kind of trash removal service or something. It's no laughing matter though. I mean, look at this mess I'm making out here. But it's already a mess. Just a couple little things here. Got a spoon and got a vintage lighter. Winston, plastic. Vintage, yeah. But they piled everything, like all the construction materials on top of the bags. I think there's nothing but bags and stuff underneath it. Which is a pain like you would never believe. I still don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just chilling at the moment. What does that say? Ammo can. Keep out of reach of children. Cool. Nothing in it. Never mind. I know what's going on out here. I know exactly what's going on out here. I go through this every single time. Well, not every time, but every time I stumble around something like this. Come across it deep out in the woods, whatever. Off some old country road. I know exactly what's happening. It's just part of my life. Not saying that it's designed, it's just, I'm just going through with it. But going through with what? Well, deep down inside, I know that there's treasure deep underneath. But I have to dig within the hillside to find it. There's definitely something up in this place, right up in here. It's going to be one, it could possibly be just one thing. It could be a coin. It could be one piece of jewelry. I mean, look at it, it's a needle in a haystack. It's almost like I'm being forced to go through with things like this. It's almost like they just keep trying to remind me of the most important thing of all. To get out of a hillside. And I just keep, I mean, it's like I'm guided to places like this. You know how I tell you all the time when you're looking around and you just get this sensation and you rub your neck and you look over here and you see something, or you just stare deep out in the woods or something like that. It's almost like you're guided. They're tapping you on the shoulder, getting to your emotions, your senses. What else is in this thing? I know there's probably one single thing here. All this stuff is just the same old kind of like stuff though. I'm not talking about this stuff. I'm talking about like the meaning of it. The symbolism. What it symbolizes. That only I know about though. I mean, that looks like a headstone right there. Like a gravestone. And I'm digging in the hillside to find the treasure. And I don't want to tell you what happened earlier, about 25 minutes ago, when the sun was out. The clouds just came in out of nowhere. It's going to be getting darker earlier now because it's just cloudy. I don't even know if I should even tell you this, man. What I just went through earlier. Dang, imagine if that thing was still intact. You got all these different colors. But I pulled something out earlier from the bottom of the pile. And the frequency picked up out here. I'm not talking about, it's a different kind of frequency, a different kind of sound. You can feel it actually radiating through the landscape. Too bad I wasn't recording, because I think they said something when I picked it up. Where's that thing at? It's like the Templar days. Got ammo right here. Where's that thing at that caused the emotions of the landscape to chime in with their frequency that radiated and mixed with my body? Let me see if I can get it. This thing right here. Now you know that's not a human bone, but it is a bone. And bones are where? Usually. I'm trying to find a way in through the back. Could you imagine what's under this thing right here? Look, you got a couple 100 pounds worth of ceiling roofing tiles up in here, man. How the heck am I gonna get up in there? Cool. Now we're getting down to the more interesting household items. Man, that would be cool if it was glass, but it's busted. Oh, what's that? Avon? No, it's just a plastic container. Yeah, we're getting down to the more interesting things on this side. I'm keeping the curler. That's how I said it, curler? Curler. That looks like, it doesn't even look like a curler for real though. I mean, it looks like something artistic, like a building, you know, building element. Spray painted. Another color besides pink. But yeah, we're starting to get down to the more interesting things that look like it came out of a room or something like that. Maybe I need to lift some things up. See what's underneath if it's safe. Where's that thing at? Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of some cool things up in here. I lost it. Oh, right here. Are they glass? They're plastic, man. Dang it. Let's hope this is not the treasure within the stash. It can't be. I bet it's going to be a fully intact cup. Watch. It's going to be some fully intact cup. It's going to be the holy grail up in this thing. Ridiculous. And I told you after all these years making these videos, I don't dig. Well, this is not digging. See, the thing is, here we go again. Dang it, man. It's not digging. This is built up. If you know what I mean. This was built up on top of the treasure. So it's not digging. Because we're not at base level. I'm just removing things off the top. Crazy, man. Because I'm a crazy man. This is cool though. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for. What, the marbles? What am I looking for? Watch someone say, you're looking for me. Yeah. But this is all I found so far. I mean, some kind of vintage thing right here. For a saddle. You know, the gun thing, whatever, for the child. More kid toys kind of deal. And then you got this thing right here. I think I had that same thing. Got another fork. The wheel fell off. I had that same truck. The truck is actually in the thing over here. So the wheel fell off. And then these things right here. I had these as a child. These little puzzle things. They come right off. I think it might have been some kind of bracelet thing. I think my sister had this thing or something like that. Weird. I know I'm in the 80s, baby. So everything in here is kind of like the same stuff we had. Why don't you just tell me what's in here? I'm running out of time. And I haven't even hit the other side yet. I didn't know it was going to take this long. I thought I was going to come out here and collect like 10 Coke bottles and just leave on out. I didn't know I was going to be digging for the treasure. And I think I'm on the wrong side. I think it's going to be right down in here, at the very bottom. And not over here. It's almost like I'm trying to find a different way in. Yeah, there's no way I can get in. It weighs too much. It's compacted down so solidly, it's almost like cement. I tried everything I could to move it out of the way so I can get to the bottom where I know there's got to be something. I can't even get in this thing. Yeah, I think I'll leave it alone for now. Thought I had a visitor. There was like a little mouse or something that hopped up, a little tiny thing about that big. His house is in here somewhere. Their house, whatever. Don't know where they went. They were hiding from us. Standing right on top of this thing. Someone's hiding. Add them to the pocket. You never know what's going to be in places like this. Crying shame in that one. I know it was personalized though. And again, this is why you have to take your time. You don't know what you might miss. Cool little ashtray, no design on it. Recoverable though. Add it to the bag. Of course I'm still going. I've gone further in the woods. I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing at this hour. It's like 6:30. You guys gonna say, Da Vinci, we need to come and hang out with you. You do the coolest things. Man, you guys crazy. Yeah, I found a few more cool things. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them back, 3 panes of glass, 1 long strip of plexiglass, real thick, like that. Some other toys, weird looking things, and then I found this. I think it's an axe head. Yeah, we're definitely recovering this thing right here. How does an axe head bust in half, man? Would you look at this thing right here? You talk about a discovery. Look at the bit on this thing. And it's busted. How? And look at me trying to bend it back into place. Man, that's like the sharpest axe head I found so far in the woods, man. That's cool right there. But look, they try to chop down a tree of life, and the tree of life busted the axe head out of all things. I know, I'm just trying to put a spiritual swing on everything, Good thing I kept on going, looking in a different direction. Guess what I just stumbled across? Fully intact glass pitcher. Look at that. Ain't nothing like finding stuff like this in the middle of the woods. Another great thing about the hobby, you never know what you're going to find in dump zones and stuff like that. I know everything out here shouldn't be out here. But dang, I know it's just average, no markings on the bottom. Nothing like that. Probably worth about $1 in a flea market. But it's not about what it's worth, if anything at all. It's fully intact. And we found this joker. I got big plans for this kind of stuff, clean it up and take it to Goodwill and go back and see if someone purchased it, Ain't nothing like seeing people, buy things that you fix up. Bags are full, man, and they're getting heavy. Look at this stash, man. What you know about that? And it's almost dark out here. What do I get myself into? Oh, look, vintage design. Yes, I'm still here. I think I just stumbled across or upon something. Hold on. Oh boy, look at that vintage. I don't know. Why do I even collect this stuff? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool collecting fully intact stuff, but get a load of this. Oh boy, I never saw this last time. Imagine if this one was intact. Cool little design on it. I'm looking. You're gonna say you need to go back there earlier, man. Get out of there. It's dark. I know, I'm addicted to looking for treasure. Where's the head at? I think I busted it off. Oops. More vintage things, but you talk about a vintage item. Where's that thing at over here? Besides the Etch-a-Sketch, there's something very important over here. If I'm seeing this thing correctly. They might have had a campsite out here. Old school for real. This might be a gargantuan quartz preform right here. Who knows? Good eye, good eye. Come to an end to another day. That's all right though. Just think of it like this. If this was summer, we'd still have 2.5 to 3 hours daylight left. But I'll do anything to find treasure, for real. Had to come all the way back over here to get the dang grabbers. And I had a thought when I was setting this stuff down right here. Always talk it forward in a different way. Yin yang up in this thing. A lot of intact things, for real. Who knew that we were going to collect a fully intact picture out of all things? And a busted axe head. Nearly impossible, really. It's never like that when it comes to us. We'll always find the busted picture and the fully intact axe head. Gee, look at that. Axe head busted sitting on top of panes of glass that are fully intact. Can't wait till the next recovery effort, exploring session. And I'm kind of not completely done here. I got to think about this one though, really. Got to find what's deep down underneath the mound right here. See you later.